Major League Baseball hosted its third ever game at the Field of Dreams movie site last night. And while the playing field was the main attraction, of course, it wasn't the only thing catching people's eyes. AJ Reister explains how the farm surrounding the field is kept in tip-top shape.
The pro baseball players haven't been in Dyersville for a while. The pro farmers never left, and they haven't since the movie came out in 1989.
Sitting in the truck with our dad, getting to watch, having the lights on, being in our living room, looking out the window, seeing the baseball lights out in the distance. Well, at that time, that was pretty, was a normal thing.
Adam and Andy Rahe were both just kids when the Field of Dreams movie was filmed in their backyard.
The last scene, we sat on the end gate of one truck and watched all the cars come in. Our grandma was number one or number two in the second car coming in.
That driveway not only led to the movie site, but the cornfield the Rahe brothers' dad worked on.
Dad used to plant the outfield here for left and center.
It was Ames Camps and Lansing's.
At the time, two families owned the property the movie was filmed on. They came together to help make sure the corn looked ready for the Hollywood lights.
When Denise Stillman came back to kind of start putting this all together, she asked us the first year when she took ownership if we'd farm it. So we've been farming it ever since then.
In 2013, the brothers started working full-time on the Field of Dreams cornfield. But even with all of their experience, they have run into plenty of obstacles.
Well, now we have light poles out in the middle of our cornfield we got to dodge, so that makes it a little more difficult.
Not to mention the fact that this field never rotates in soybeans. It's corn year after year after year.
It's an enhanced level of management, I think we call it. We put sticky traps out in the field to look at insects. That's probably one of the bigger challenges, is knowing the bugs that affect the cornfield. They don't affect the soybean field the same. You got to be on top of disease with wet weather and humidity. Last year was a unique year for southern rust. This year it might be tar spot with a little bit of cooler weather. So you got to be watching what's going on and then managing accordingly. Just like a big garden, we take care of our garden like most people in town take care of theirs.
But one of the most rewarding moments was in 2021 when their father, who worked on the fields way before Major League Baseball arrived, was able to watch his favorite team play in his cornfield.
We were fortunate the first year. We have lost our dad, but in the first year for the Yankees game, he got to go to that, and that was pretty special. So he was a huge Yankees fan. He loved baseball and loved farming and baseball were his two things, so this is right up his alley.
But even with their father gone, the business is still running on family.
The biggest part of even for farming, it's fun to be able to work with your family, and you better have your family's support because it's a lot of long hours. His girls and my son, they all help chip in and are willing to come drive a truck or come do this, to do that, to help out, and it means a lot when they all show up.
I think that's why farmers are the eternal optimist, and that's what they've been taught by their dad or their family is it's just part of the team. And there's probably easier ways to make money or have a living, but there's probably none more rewarding than being out in the field with family working.
So the Philadelphia Phillies defeated the Minnesota Twins by a final score of 7-1 last night. Over 7,000 fans attended the game and were treated to the sights and sounds of the entire baseball field, including, of course, the very well taken care of corn.